What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're all doing well today. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of an adjustment on the lock bar for my Giant Mouse Ace Grand. So as you can see here, the lockup is coming in at like less than 10%, and part of the concern for that is when it's locked up lightly, it does come disengaged, so you want to make sure it has a solid lockup. What I intend to do, take this apart from the pocket clip side so I can get straight to that lock bar, and what I'll be doing is using a very light sandpaper with a flat surface behind it to make sure that it stays even, to take it down a little bit. Then we'll reassemble it and see how it has come along. What you'll want is a nice set of tools. I recommend the Weehaw bit case that you can find in my links down below from Amazon. I also have really been enjoying the Scout tools. This one here is the CRKT tool with the internal storage, and it comes with the full-sized Weehaw bits. This is the T6 for the hardware on the spine, and then I have a T8 Weehaw bit that I just showed you out of that container that I'm going to be using with this particular Scout tool driver that has the bearings on the top to get that disassembled. So T8 for the pocket clip, T8 for the pivot screw, and you can go ahead and remove that and set them aside safely. I guess it was sticking a little bit. And then once you have the pivot out, you can go ahead and work on the fasteners on the back of the knife as well. There we go. Oh, that's right. Comes loose from this side, not the other side. So what we'll do so that we can get to that is we'll pop that out, and it should, let me see. It should just very carefully disengage the lock. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. I guess we'll go ahead and take it apart from this side. You really didn't need to take the pocket clip off in this instance then. And I'm not going to worry about putting it back at this point. We're just going to keep going. Oops. And I think I just scratched my smooth burlap micarta with my Weehaw bit tool. Go ahead and get these backed out so we can take the scale off. I think that should be loose enough. It's still catching on the micarta a little bit. Yeah, so take that off. Go ahead and remove your scale. Here, is it starting to wear in a track? Looks like it. Part of me wonders if it'll ride on there. No, I think it definitely had it the right way. Alright, let's go ahead and remove the blade, and we'll take the back spacer out and remove, there we go. Take the other side out as well so that we can get this disassembled. There we go. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to take this stop pin and set that down as well. Alright, so you can see here it is just catching right there. So we'll go ahead and grab, let me show you all what I'm using. I just find that generally like a little paint stirrer works really, really well. And then what you can do is just wrap that on the side. I would recommend, if you're worried about scraping off any other area, you can go ahead and just tape it off to make sure that you don't have an issue with that. All right, let's see here.
A little later.
Let's check the fitment out and see how it's doing. Oops. Don't missed. reinstalling the stop pin. Unfortunately, with this type of trial and error, you're going to have to make sure that you have reinstalled everything completely so that you can test to make sure that it is locking up a little bit further if you have a lock bar issue. Let's see here. You don't have to reassemble it entirely, but just that little bit has it at about 20%. So I'm just going to stop there and go ahead and reinstall everything the way that it was. We should still have plenty of lube on the, oops, I forgot to put the other liner in, but we should still have plenty of lube from where I just installed the Rocket Glides. That should be all that you really need, but if you have it apart, you can always stick more lube on there. No issues. No issues whatsoever. Going ahead and tighten it all down. Make sure that I don't have any lock stick too. Once I get that pivot bolt in there, I'll go ahead and install the, I'm not over tightening these either. Just tight enough to make sure that they fit well. There we go. There we go. Oh, no, that's the pocket clip screw. Not paying attention to what I'm doing. My apologies, everyone. Hold on. This is not. There we go. Okay. Huh. It was looking good. All right, I did skip there a little bit because that was quite a bit of sanding. I have also reversed the pivot so that I can disassemble it from the lock bar side. I just prefer to do that on my knives. So let's loosen it out just a touch. Go ahead and tighten up the body screws, keeping my finger out of the blade path. Just in case, you never know. You might slip, anything could happen. All right, so there we go. That is nice and tight. Be careful not to over tighten with the micarta. You don't want to cause it to kind of sink in. That's weird. Was this one not tight? Nope, it was not. All right. Tighten this one up. Yeah, spin it on this side. There we go. That feels good. Yep, feels good. I'm just making sure, yep, both sides are tight without deforming the micarta scales, which they're not that soft, but I'm just trying to be cautious at this point, just to make sure that everything looks good. Okay. Break that off a little bit. Make sure that's tight. Let's check the centering. All right, little off center. No big deal. All right, let's center it up. Tighten down the pivot. Let's check the blade play. No blade play. Nice smooth action. Looks plenty centered to me. I think the shadow makes it look like it's on this side a little bit, but it's actually, yeah, dead centered. And now we have about, I'd probably call that 20% lockup. Even when you lightly lock it up now, it's sitting at about, I'd say that's about 20%. nice smooth disengagement. It's not slipping at all. Yeah, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and get the pocket clip back in play, and we will call it a day. My fingers are so fat. I have the hardest time with these wire pocket clips. So that's nice and tight now. Nice and tight. Like I said, I just kept working it until I got it, you know, in a good spot. I don't have it. I think that's far enough over because it's not going to disengage from the lock bar. And I know that's a little hard to see because it's black. Let me see if my flashlight is on low. Hopefully I can get a nice angle here to where you can see that is, I would call that about 25% lockup, but the full lock bar is now on the tang of the blade, and it's locking up consistent even with a light engagement. Hopefully this video has helped you if you're dealing with that issue. If it came back out of center, like if I loosened it to where I had just a hint of blade play and it was off center, all right, it moved just a hint. Okay, ooh, no, just a little too loose. I mean, it's got a hint of blade play, but it's staying centered. And I'm having to wrench on it to get it. So if I'm just doing this, I'm not feeling anything. But if I really wrench on it, I can get it. So I feel like I'm right in a good spot. Action feeling good. Lock up sitting at about 20%, which is plenty good. If this video helped you at all, do me a favor, consider leaving a like. If you're enjoying the content, consider sticking around and subscribing. I'd love to have you follow along as I grow the channel and continue to bring the content. Thanks to everyone out there that has continued to remain subscribed. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a fantastic week. Love all you guys. Until next time.